Sunday. Welcome back to another vlog. Last week I had a very hungover soft Sunday reset, and today is just like the total opposite of that. I got up and went at 45 in the morning. I haven't gone to a Sunday at 45 class in what feels like forever. I don't know why. I've just been like avoiding the hit days or not the hit days, the cardio days really. Today was more of a hit day though lately, and I need to just like get back into the groove of going to them. It's because my knee was really bothering me like 3 weeks ago, and I just kind of was like, okay, I'm not gonna go to cardio classes, but it lasted longer than I anticipated. I went at 45 this morning, and then I came by the house and picked Griffin up, and we went to HEB to pick up groceries and got a coffee at Luce. Now we are moving into our reset mode, but really not gonna be doing that much. We got our groceries, doing laundry, the usual stuff, but really wanted to spend some time outside today in the sun and just like out by the pool because summer is coming to a close. I really want to take today and chill. Originally I was going to like edit today and stuff, but yesterday we were out and about all day long and we weren't expecting to be. So when we got home, I was like, it's 4 o'clock, like what am I gonna do at this point? And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do all my editing now so I don't have to do anything tomorrow, and I can truly have like a rest day today in terms of work, which I feel like I really need because I've just been pretty busy the last couple weeks with content creating stuff and everything. And I have been on social media this morning, but I'm like literally not gonna get on it the rest of the day because I have to be on it so much like for my new job, so I'm like just not wanting it to be on it. So all that being said, we're about to hang out by the pool, and Griffin's about to do the lawn though, and I'm going to pull some weeds in the backyard, so we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna do it while I'm in like my workout clothes still since they're already sweaty, and then get in my swimsuit and we'll hang by the pool. And this evening we're gonna have a lovely self-care evening. Once we do dinner, I'm going to put on some new nails, really indulge in the self-care. We'll probably like watch some TV or a movie or something, definitely read. So we're just gonna have a cozy start to the week together, and then y'all can work with me some this week. I've been pretty anxious lately because Ella has surgery tomorrow for a like mass that she has under her tail. It is benign from like what the vet could tell, but like it still has to be sent off for a biopsy, and I've been really anxious about that lately. Literally was not expecting to get emotional, but it's definitely been stressing me out. So we have that going on tomorrow, and with that going on tomorrow, I've just been like really anxious. So I want to spend some time with her outside today and relax with her this evening and just like relax myself so that I'm just like not feeling so anxious. Pulling weeds was rough. I just ate some yogurt though and a protein bar. I just had the Bear Bells. This one, literally pulling out of the trash. Banana caramel. Oh my God. This flavor, it's almost like a banana Laffy Taffy, but not as like tart as that is, with caramel. Unreal. Literally unreal. I've wanted to try this for literally since it came out, like probably like a year ago, I think. But I also wanted to tell you guys I got a new brewmate. Y'all know I've always used my white one. This one I had to go get it out of the dishwasher. I've had this one since Christmas of 2022, I think, because I asked for it for Christmas. And seriously, the best because they're spill proof. So I would always take it to work and throw it in my work bag and not have to worry about it leaking. Not an ad. This is just like a product that I got and used for so long and believe in. Seeing the difference in like the 2022 brewmates versus like now, how much they've innovated them. This is a 30-ounce one. This is the Era in the lavender color. They've innovated them, and now they have ones with straws, which is super cool. So the straw one, you just turn the top to the lock position, and then I have a ton of liquid IV in here. You can hear it, and it does not come out at all. And then you can also take this part off really easily to clean, so it like magnetizes back in place, and then you can have it open to drink. Then I got the straw cover as well. I think this would be really easy to lose, but it's magnetic, which is genius because it can just pop on the top like this and stay put. And then I also have this one. This is the Move is the name of it, and it's the mocha color. I really wanted like a neutral color one. I picked this one out, and I feel like all my other bottles, besides this white one that I originally had, all my other like water bottles are like purple or pink or something. So I wanted a neutral one, and Griffin's honestly gonna probably end up stealing this because he's been using the Hydro Flask that I got from my last straw. But this one doesn't have a straw. I wanted one without a straw as well. And then this one also is leak proof, and it magnetizes right here, so it's not gonna move when you're drinking out of it. There's not a lot of water in here, but also doesn't leak. I just wanted to tell you guys about them because it's a product that I like love and believe in so much and have used for years. I'm gonna take this one by the pool and keep beverages cold for 24 plus hours depending on how much ice you put in it, and it can keep things hot for 8 plus hours, which is amazing. So yeah, just wanted to tell you guys about them, but let's go lay by the pool and read. was great. I just showered and it's hair wash day. I've had a lot of questions recently about like my curly hair routine, and I feel like I post it all the time, but I also like genuinely feel like I do something different every time I do my hair. It just depends on how much like effort I'm willing to put into my hair at the moment, because if I do like a full blown out routine, it takes me like an hour. So sometimes I just tame things down a bit and do something a little bit easier, more manageable. Starting out though, I like to start out with some kind of like leave-in, and this one's from Aveda. It's their Be Curly Curl Perfecting Primer, and I comb that through my hair. And I'm also always like switching up the products I use, but I am kind of trying to use what I have open and almost finished right now so that I can just finish out more products. And I actually like to get rid of my part. It naturally falls in the middle, but I recently started doing no part styling on the days that I like want to put more effort into doing my hair. So I just comb it straight back. I like to take like here from my eyebrows and section off right there. And I'll use a ponytail holder or a clip to keep that separate. Then it's time for curl cream. I'm using my AG Care Recoil Cream. Y'all know I've been using this for years. I really love it. It's a holy grail of mine. There are lots of good curl creams out on the market though, like the Not Your Mother's ones, the Garnier Air Dry Cream I really like. I do like 1.5 pumps and just comb it through my hair with my fingers. I'm almost out of this cream, so I'm trying to finish it up so I don't have so many different ones open. And then I'll kind of just comb through that to evenly distribute it a little bit better. This part is new. I saw somebody do this on TikTok and I was like, I'm gonna try it, and I've been liking it. I put my mousse on my little wave bounce brush, whatever it's called. This is from Amazon. This is the Not Your Mother's Activating Curl Talk Mousse. And I just do a line on the brush like that. And then I just kind of grab sections of the hair and get the mousse in it. Just combing away from the roots to really help with volume. And using the side of the brush to like create my sections of curls. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a way to get the product in your hair. And then I don't usually put as much on the brush for the other side just because there's already some in the brush. Then I go ahead and scrunch with a gel. This is the Kinky Curly Custard. This is definitely one of my favorite hair gels I found, if not my favorite. It's a little bit pricier for the amount of product you get. Also don't totally need a ton. And I try to scrunch this through my hair and not go directly to the ends and scrunch like that. I try to like start in the middle and scrunch this way. And you don't need to be shy with the amount you're using because you will scrunch out the gel cast once your hair is dry with some hair oil. Then I move that scrunched hair behind me so I don't accidentally like re-scrunch it or anything with the fresh hair. I am working in 3 sections today because I'm feeling crazy. So I bring fresh hair to the front, and I'm bringing from like my temple, wherever that part kind of starts, this section, and then we'll do the crown of my head last, which is never fun. And then do the same thing, but this is a little bit less hair, so I'm not doing as much product. And I just scrunch until I see some pretty solid curls have formed. And this is where things are kind of new for me. I'll take this top section and I will comb it all together. Sometimes gets kind of like caught in other hair I've done, so I'll comb all this forward and just make sure it's not parted and that all the knots are out. Go in with the curl cream again, comb it all through. And then this is like the weird part. I haven't like totally mastered it, but instead of parting my hair, I use the end of this brush and I go across my head and part that way. So I'm working in horizontal sections, putting a tiny bit of mousse on the brush, and then brushing this up and away from the head. And then I grab all the hair that hasn't been done yet and I scrunch the part I just did with just a little gel. And then once I've styled that section, I just lay it down in the back. And then I'm gonna repeat that until I get to the front of my head in small horizontal sections. And doing this like no part method where you just like don't have your hair parted on the crown of your head, so helpful because it really helps with volume. And you just kind of let your curls fall whatever way they want. My hair still ends up falling in its natural part throughout the week, but it does help a lot with volume, especially on like your first 2 days of wearing your hair. So Sorry, I just realized it was so dark in here. But now I'm going to diffuse my hair with my blow dryer. I have the Dyson Airwrap, but I just use this Amazon curl diffuser attachment. Use any diffuser you have. My hair's like already wanting to part, so I'm trying to keep my head held up. But I do most of the blow drying upside down, and I just hover around my hair instead of like letting the diffuser fully like touch my hair, because that just creates more frizz. Sometimes I let it touch a little bit just for like a few seconds if I'm just in a hurry. I'm gonna diffuse, and then we'll let it air dry once it's like 80 to 90% dry through the diffuser. And adding that before I start diffusing, I give my whole head one more scrunch, just because we don't want to really scrunch it when it's drying, because that will create more frizz. And I diffuse on high heat. I just don't have the patience to do cold. Once I get to the point where I can like feel my hair is crunchy and it doesn't feel like, it still feels wet, but you can just feel the crunch better. That's kind of when I stop. I could probably go a little longer. I just don't feel like it because I'm sweating. But I'll flip all my hair back over very gently. And with having like no real part right here, I like to either use 2 smaller clips or my big cove clip and just clip this up at the roots. I have always done this with my hair, even before I did the no part thing, just because it helps a lot with volume when it's drying. But I find it to be extra helpful for the no part thing just because it keeps my hair from falling to its natural part while it's drying. I can't find my other small clip, so we only have 1 small clip and then my big clip. I look a little ridiculous, but we'll just let it air dry the rest of the way, and I don't touch it while it's air drying the rest of this way. Now I'm going to work on folding some laundry while it's finishing drying. My hair is pretty much dry now. There's like some spots that feel a little wet, but totally fine. So now to scrunch all the crunchiness out, I'm gonna go in with hair oil. This is the Bondi Boost Rapid Repair Bond Builder and Finishing Oil. This stuff's really good. I also love Aussie's coconut curl oil. A little bit of a different texture though, and I think like the light oils like this are a lot quicker to work into your hair than the Aussie one. I also love Way's hair oil. It's amazing. The smell of it's so good. But I just get this in my hands. This is like a very liquidy hair oil, and then I scrunch all of that crunchiness out. You can leave a little bit in your hair if you're like really worried about frizz and stuff. Leaving a little bit of a gel cast is good, but if you hate the look and feel of your hair being crunchy, you can definitely scrunch it all out if you just use more hair oil. And then usually near my roots is a lot crunchier, so I'll make sure I get in there. Something I've added to my evening routine 3 or 4 nights a week for about the last 3 weeks has been doing red light skin therapy. I have read so much about it and I wanted to try it for the longest time, but just like didn't really know where to do it, if I should go get it done somewhere, or if I should just like try an at-home solution. And when I was looking stuff up on like Reddit and just online, I kept seeing people talk about Omnilux, and I saw it was a way to do red light therapy at home for my skin. And I loved the idea of that because it forces me to like take 10 minutes for self-care but not have to put a lot of work into it. And why I wanted to look into red light therapy is one, because I've obviously seen all the wellness girlies on social media do it, but I really wanted to try it out to even out my skin tone and texture, because my skin is definitely very textured and I've just like noticed that a lot more in my later 20s. I got the Omnilux Contour Face Mask. There's no pain, no side effects, and no downtime, so I can do it in the comfort of my own home, and I love that I can multitask while wearing it. I love that I can just take 10 minutes a few days a week for this moment of self-care, and whether I'm doing something like reading and really romanticizing the moment while wearing it, or if I'm multitasking, which I'm about to do now, I'm gonna go ahead and get my Instagram reel and TikTok posted for the day, but I need to get it drafted up and everything, so while I'm doing that, I'm going to wear my mask before we start dinner and everything. It's FDA cleared to reduce fine lines and wrinkles because it's clinically proven to help boost collagen production and elastin. So I know that will be great as I continue to get older. It's non-invasive and gentle, so I don't have to like worry about any downtime. And it's really comfortable to wear. You just strap it on. It's honestly such a luxurious and indulgent experience in the comfort of my own home. And it's like you can go and get this done at a clinic and pay a ton of money every time, or for the price of 2 or 3 visits to a clinic, just get the Omnilux Contour Face Mask and be able to do it from the comfort of your own home and have it for so many treatments down the road. And use it 3 to 5 times a week for 10 minutes a session for 4 to 6 weeks, and then just maintain it as you want. You can do it in just 10 minutes whenever and wherever you like. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my content drafted, and you just hold the remote and it turns on. It'll automatically shut off after 10 minutes, which is great. It's not like I have to set a timer or anything. Okay, all done with my red light therapy. My skin looks and feels so good. I always feel like it's like a lot more even and brighter every time I use it. I have no product on my face right now and it has such a natural glow. Omnilux is actually the world leader in medical grade LED light therapy devices. And they have the contour collection, which is the one I used today. And then they also have several other collections of FDA cleared and dermatologist recommended light therapy devices. And it comes with a little case, so it's nice and easy to store. If you've been interested in trying out light therapy for yourself, you can scan the code here on screen or click the link in my description box to get 10% off at Omnilux. And thank you so much to Omnilux for helping me take 10 minutes to take care of myself and my skin. Griffin has our dinner in the Instant Pot going, and I wanted to show you guys these PJs. They're from Print Fresh. I have wanted to try out their pajamas for so long, but they sent me some PR and I'm literally so beyond grateful for it. I love the sleeves on this, how long they are, and these are pants. I got a size medium in the top and bottom. The pants are pretty big on me, but I didn't want to get a small because I was worried that they would feel a little too tight in the waist. I just rolled them a few times and they fit fine, but these are so pretty. I feel like they're a really pretty like summer to fall transition pajamas, but the butterflies and stuff on it are so pretty. Just ran and grabbed the other pair they sent. They were so cute. It's a long sleeve set, and these are like books and dogs. Literally adorable. It just has like picture frames, dogs. The material of these is so good. I think these are 100% viscose. I don't know how you say that. Then this set is 100% organic cotton. I do know Print Fresh pajamas are more expensive, but I do love that you're getting like 100% solid material. These are really crisp and lightweight, and then these are like super breathable and cool, which I love because I normally don't sleep in pants, but I feel like I'll actually be able to in these because they'll be a lot more breathable. They have this nightgown, I'll put it on screen, that I want so bad for Halloween. I'm not gonna get it because I like don't need it, but I love it so much. It's the cutest design, and I love that it's just like a little nighty gown. Definitely want that so badly, but not gonna get it. As y'all saw, I worked on my chia seed pudding for breakfast this week. I can't divide it into jars yet because it has to sit overnight in the big bowl. I probably cut it in jars first, but I just wanted to follow the recipe exactly as it was. But I'm doing my nails right now. I'm doing these lavender shimmer from Olive & June. I love Olive & June's nails, and these have like a very velvety kind of jelly look to them. They're so gorgeous. Figured this would be like a good last summer set, even though so many of my press-ons that I have are summery. So I'm probably gonna be like painting my own nails after I do these, because all of my other nail sets I have that are at-home press-ons are summery. I'm drinking one of the 1877 mineral water lime ones from HEB. I honestly think I like these more than Topo Chico's. Do you?
I just think the flavor of that
it's better.
Is more limey.
Yeah, we just clipped Oscar's nails for the first time ourselves. The vet did it when I took him to the vet for the very first time like a month ago, or almost 2 months ago now at this point, which is crazy. I wanted to go ahead and trim them like while he's young, so he's like used to it. We can do it as he gets older, and just to like keep up with it every few weeks. And he did so good. He got a little restless towards the end as expected, but he's so good at the vet, so like I figured he would be really good for us clipping his nails. But I'm gonna do my nails now. To get off the glue from my press-ons I had before, I just used my nail polish remover pot. It doesn't necessarily get all the glue off, but I can buff the rest of it off with my little Olive & June buffer. And while I'm doing this, we are watching Severance. I think we're on episode 5, like halfway through it. We got halfway through it last night, so we're gonna finish up this episode. It is 7:55 and I'm at HEB getting another curbside order because yesterday they forgot to give us some meats from our order, some chicken, and I also needed to grab like 2 other things. So I am annoyed though because I placed it for the wrong HEB on accident. I don't know why it does this, but sometimes it'll just like not suggest the closest one to you when you're placing your curbside order. And I was doing it last night, like right before bed. Pretty tired and everything and didn't pay enough attention. This is not the first time this has happened where it'll like the first one suggested is like not even the 5th closest one to me. It's so weird. So I have to come this far, but I have to drop Ella off at 7 for her surgery. I of course didn't sleep good last night because I was just like anxious about today. And I went to 5:30 F45 this morning just since I had to drop her off at 7. But I feel like I'm so in my head about like, oh my gosh, I should have like taken like a minute to just like really love on her before she went back. I wasn't ready for the vet tech to ask this. I've been trying to be like so positive and just like thinking like everything's gonna be okay, and I'm not like necessarily worried about this surgery. It's more so the results of it. Now they just made me like stressed about the surgery because they have to ask like, oh, in case of an emergency, do you want DNR or CPR? And I like was not ready to even like imagine that scenario, and that putting that in my head just like I literally like my eyes got so watery. And then he took her back and I left, and I literally got in my car and just started sobbing because I was like I was not ready to even like imagine that scenario. But surely everything will be fine. I'm hoping it will be, and they're gonna text me when she goes back and text me when she's in recovery. So I'm patiently awaiting when she's in recovery text. I went to Cambrian and got the campfire shaken espresso. Earlier this summer I tried their 2 other summer drinks, the Texas summer latte and then the mango sticky rice latte, but I really wanted to try the campfire shaken espresso since I love s'mores. And since I had to come to this HEB all the way over here, I was not far from Cambrian, so I was like, you know what, I need to pick me up right now because I'm not in a good mood. I'm gonna go try this last summer menu drink that I haven't tried yet from one of my favorite coffee shops before it goes away, because I know that their fall drinks are gonna come out soon. This is way better than I was expecting it to be. It doesn't totally taste like super s'moresy, maybe a little bit. It's the best coffee I've had that's been labeled as a s'mores drink, so it's a win. I haven't wrote in my 5-minute journal in forever, literally since October 11th of 2024. Tell me why one of my gratitude things is Ella's help from that day. And the first time I've opened it since then is today, the day she's getting surgery. I got the text that she went back for her surgery, so I'm hoping that she'll be in recovery by like lunchtime, I would think. I really don't think it's gonna take that long. We are doing dentals like while she's getting the mask removed, which is basically just like a professional teeth cleaning just because she doesn't have great teeth. The vet did say her gums look really great, so that's good because I know like the gums can get like really inflamed and infected and cause a lot of other issues in their body. So I'm glad her gums are good, but her teeth, they were like, you might as well just do a cleaning. And I know that some people might think that's like an upcharge thing, but I truly think like it's worth doing because keeping their teeth healthy is important because it does impact like the rest of their health, especially as they get older. And Yorkies also like notoriously have bad breath and like bad teeth, especially as they get older. The more I can do to like help with that, I'm going to, and might as well while we're like already paying for her to be like under for having that mask removed. And her old vet told me I should like consider doing it next time like she had a surgery if she had one. So I did want to go ahead and do it, but I'm gonna write in my 5-minute journal and do catch up with my habit tracker and mood tracker in my doodle planner because I haven't done it since like last Monday or Tuesday. Here's the raspberry chia seed pudding, by the way. I split it up into jars last night right before I went to bed because it had already sat in there for like 2 or 3 hours and looked fine. So then I topped it this morning with some Oikos 000 vanilla Greek yogurt, about a 1/4 cup or 1/2 cup. Basically, it was just whatever was left in the big container I had. And then I did some cacao nibs and fresh raspberries. It's really yummy. I love chia seed pudding. It's so good. I am such an idiot. I can't believe I did this. After all that chaos this morning and going to that other HEB, you know what I did? I forgot all of the groceries in my car. I didn't even think about them until nearly 11 o'clock. So I went there to get that meat for 2 of our dinners this week and ended up just having to throw it away. Thankfully, that was all I had, but now I'm like, wow, I didn't even have to drive to HEB this morning. I could have just not gone and not gotten the order since I ended up having to throw it away. But no, instead we drove for an hour for no reason this morning. I was just like so stressed, I think, when I got back and not in the right headspace and just totally forgot about it, I guess. Another stupid thing I did, I bought these gloves for doing dishes. Having press-ons and like doing my own nails, wearing gloves is like a great way to have your nails last longer because the hot water like really makes the glue melt faster for press-ons, especially, and then obviously if you paint your own nails, it's gonna make them chip faster. I used to have a pair, but I have no idea what I did with them. So I got these and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go stick these by the sink so I remember to use them when I do dishes later. But no, I threw this box away of the gloves into the trash can and I put the HEB bag next to the sink. Like my brain's just not working today. But good news, Ella is out of surgery. I nearly had a panic attack earlier. The vet called me at like 10 o'clock and I was like, okay, I'm not expecting her to be done yet. So I was really worried to answer the phone. Ever since I switched to AT&T, my phone service in our neighborhood sucks. It was literally completely fine before when I was on T-Mobile, but AT&T service sucks. I don't have service in like most of our house. But, like I'll answer the call and like nobody can hear me because it's just like trying to connect. So I answered the call and they couldn't hear me and I kept like trying to move around and go in different rooms and stuff. And then after the 5th time they called, I finally was able to hear somebody and it was just chaos for those waiting on those 5 calls because I was like, I don't know if they're about to call me and tell me something's wrong. Like, I don't know what this is. But they did call and tell me that she needed to get a few teeth extracted. But it made me really nervous because he said that her temperature was pretty low and she needed to like be stabilized. And they had her on heat support. There was a possibility if her temperature dropped too low that they wouldn't be able to remove the mask once they did everything. And she might would have had to stay like overnight, which obviously would have been like way more money and obviously would have just been stressful like for us to know when she would be okay, and then also for me knowing that she wouldn't be able to be at home tonight, and like I just want her and where she's comfortable tonight, of course, after having like a long and stressful day. So I was really worried about that, but they called like an hour ago and she's good. I'll be able to pick her up between 3 and 6. I have a meeting at 4 with a creator. So I think I'm just gonna go run and grab her right after that because she shouldn't last longer than like 15-20 minutes. She is awake and they're just like monitoring her right now. All that stuff, so such a relief, and I'm so thankful because wow, that like really stressed me out, and I was like trying to tell myself I was fine, but I was just like so worried about it. So it was just stressful, but we're past it. I'm so happy she's awake and doing well and stable. And also, I didn't get to update you guys on this. I did sign my first creator on Friday and it's like fully signed by everyone now, so it's like official. And then another signed contract went out to another creator today, which I'm really excited about. And then I have 3 other creator calls scheduled this week, 1 next week, and I'm sure more will get on the calendar as the week goes on. It's kind of how it goes. So we're slowly but surely building my roster and I'm really excited. It is nice that I'm able to tell y'all a lot more about just like what I do for work and stuff. It's been a lot of sending emails and pitching our agency and myself to these creators, and then setting up calls with those creators, walking them through what we offer and like how working with our agency works. And then with the new creators, getting them set up in our system. And then once they're set up in our system and all of the different platforms we use, we're able to get going with like pitching them to their dream brands, managing their inbound campaigns end to end, and that kind of stuff. Hi guys, I'm back with my baby girl. She's not feeling her best right now, obviously. She's definitely like still very dazed and out of it, but she had herself a long day. But I think she'll be back to feeling a little bit better tomorrow. She did eat a little bit of food, which was good. I wasn't expecting her to eat at all, honestly. We ended up having dinner at my in-laws. I picked Ella up right after work. I had my creator call, which actually went so well, and I'm like super excited about it. And then I took care of a couple things I needed to do, and then right at 5 I left and went and got her. I was there for about 45 minutes, and then I went to my in-laws house with her and ate dinner over there. Just not having to worry about dinner tonight was so nice because it's just been like a long and emotional day. I feel so drained in every sense of the word right now with how like mentally clocked out I was all day with all the like silly things I did, but then also having to, you know, like get things done at work while like feeling really checked out. That in and of itself is draining on hard days. Emotionally draining for obvious reasons. Physically draining because I got up at 4:55 and I've been on the go since then. Now it's like 9:15. I got a video posted on TikTok. I'm really trying to maintain posting every day. I'm going to read for probably like honestly 15 minutes. I am a good bit of the way through though with Beach Read. I'm a little bit over halfway, I think. Really enjoying it. I don't know if I'm getting 5-star feelings yet, but I'm definitely getting strong like 4-star minimum feelings. Could be a 5 depending on how the ending goes, but I think I'm just over halfway, so I'm gonna try to read 15-20 pages tonight. I'm just so exhausted, and I do want to work out in the morning because it's just going to help me feel not so groggy tomorrow and just helps me mental health wise. So I do want to do that, so I don't want to stay up really late. Obviously gonna depend on if I'm able to sleep tonight though, because with how anxious I get about our pets, like it keeps me up at night. If there's a reason to stress about something, I can't sleep. I have my eye masks on and they feel so rejuvenating and good right now. I'm eating my chia seed pudding and vlogging on the work. I didn't get a ton of clips this morning because I was vlogging for Instagram and TikTok. I have been doing that like every week for a few mornings a week, but it's been fun and just like holding me accountable for creating short form content just to like vlog my mornings. Especially when I do something like a little different and out of the ordinary. I like to vlog on those days. But I was kind of running around like a chicken with its head cut off this morning because I was trying to like clean some stuff up. When I went to F45, I got Ella's bed and I just like set it in the living room because she normally either will go back to sleep like when I'm leaving for F45. She wakes up when I get up, of course, and then she'll either go back to sleep in our bed and just like bury herself in the blankets, or she will lay on the couch and go to sleep. But she had followed me into the living room, so I was like, I'm gonna grab her bed, and I just like set it up in the living room for her and turned on like some calming dog music on YouTube. She did go back to sleep in that, but when I got home, she had got number 2 on the bed a little bit. I think it's just like location of where they had the cut. I don't remember if I said this yesterday or not, but the location of where the mass was like kind of right under her tail, so it's really just like made things a little complicated when she has to use the bathroom. So I really have to like clean her up every time she uses the bathroom, so I had to clean that up. And then she also had a little bit on the towel that I had laying down on top of her bed last night, and then I also realized that some got on our quilt that we put at the end of our bed. So I was trying to get all that thrown in the wash and nice and cleaned and sanitized, and then also clean her up after I walked her. But she's definitely feeling a lot better. She had a little pep in her step when we were walking this morning. I slept so good though last night. I was truly so exhausted, like I was saying. Even though I only slept for 6 hours and 50 minutes, I think, all of like my stats were blue, and that's usually not the case if I get like under 7 hours of sleep on my Oura ring. When I woke up this morning, I felt how I normally feel like at the end of a long day, kind of like how I felt yesterday evening. Once I went to my workout class, definitely felt a lot better. I'm still feeling like very tired for sure, but I feel way more awake and just like alert than I did when I woke up this morning. I got a pumpkin cream cold brew because I have so much money on, y'all are probably like, where are you getting these gift cards from? My grandma got me a $50 Starbucks gift card and a $50 Dunkin' gift card for my birthday this year, but I didn't get them until the end of May. Don't ever go to Starbucks unless I'm like at an airport, honestly, and I kind of just told myself I'd save that money for anytime I'm traveling and like need a breakfast or coffee. And then I also had $25 from our realtor because we like referred somebody, so I have a lot of gift card money. Obviously it's gonna go very fast at Starbucks compared to like Dunkin'. That's why my Dunkin' ones lasted so long, because I get like a $3.60 iced coffee most of the time. But I got a pumpkin cream cold brew since it's the first day back, and girl math, it's free. And I knew I'd probably be in a hurry this morning because of having to clean everything up, so I was like, I'm just gonna grab a coffee on the way home. Let's get after it and get started with our work day. This is gonna be old news by the time this vlog goes up, but Travis and Taylor are engaged. Literally insane. I like saw it today. It was so funny. I glanced at my phone while I was working and I saw that like these 4 specific people had texted me, and I was like, wow, what are the odds that all 4 of these people texted me like around the same time? Because it was just like random people that I don't like text on a super regular basis. But then when I picked up my phone, I was like, oh, it all makes sense now. But it was just funny because it was just random Tuesday around lunchtime, like so random. I'm so happy for them. Literally love being happy for strangers changers. Griffin is making our dinner right now. We're doing just like quesadillas on some corn tortillas and siete tortillas since we're gluten-free for him, and have some pico on the side, and I mixed a little bit of light sour cream and sriracha and a splash of water to make like a little drizzle to go on it. So it'll be a good, easy dinner. We literally just did ground beef with siete seasoning and some cheese. So very simple tonight. I have some YouTube videos on, working on folding some laundry. It is getting close to 7 and I am really wanting to read tonight because I really haven't gotten to do much reading since, well, I guess I read a lot Sunday. I didn't get to do really any yesterday. So I want to finish beach read though, like in the next 2 or 3 days, hopefully max. And also we're going to change out our curtains finally to the ones that actually like fit, hopefully. I'm hoping the length looks right and everything because it's going to be a little bit longer than the window itself, which doesn't normally look right, but I feel like with the way this window is, unless we like pay to get a super custom window treatment, I would rather have some that are a little bit too long but above the headboard than curtains that are too short for the window or too long and go to the floor like they do now. So we're gonna change those out after dinner because we've been meaning to do it for like the last week and still haven't. I'm trying to like plan out when I'm gonna be filming stuff because I want to film for my fall reset, which I'm planning on doing this weekend since it's a long weekend. That'll give me like plenty of time to film, do the things in the video I want to do without feeling like it takes up my whole weekend, because these videos always take up a ton of time. But I also have some other content I want to film. I want to start my TBR jar videos back up on YouTube, but I haven't decided if I'm going to do TBR jars on YouTube or if I'm going to just do short form like my fall TBR, or if I'm going to do both. If I do it on short form, it's probably going to be like something I can film more quickly, like just showing the book titles and like not speaking or anything. We actually have a really long fall TBR this year. I'm not going to come anywhere close to finishing it, but there's so many good books on it, so I definitely want input on like what I should prioritize. So I'm also mentally kind of trying to do that right now. Okay, we got the curtains up. I hate them again. I'm not taking them down and I'm not returning them though. Like, I literally refuse to do it again. I think this is fine temporarily until we decide to do like window treatments in here, because we do have window treatments like shades in our kitchen and I love those and I want those like in here really badly. I do feel like the longer ones like theoretically would look better, but we'd have to scoot the bed away from the wall and I don't want to do that because then our space in between our bed and our dresser is pretty tight if we have to do that. So we've always had them just tied up and sitting in the windowsill since we couldn't let them hang behind the bed. But I honestly think like full length hanging behind the bed probably would look way better than this. And I really don't think they look that great. And also the color, it literally looked like a cream online and I'm like, this is not cream, right? Like this is literally like beige. Can you guys just tell me if it looks like so bad that we need to change it or not, or if you think it's fine temporarily, because I can return them, I just don't want to. 7:45. I've been hanging out with Oscar in like our little computer game room. We're just not really letting him and Ella like be around each other unless like we're holding one of them right now because of her stitches and stuff, because he loves to just go at her when they're playing and he oftentimes will like grab her back legs with his paws and I don't want him to accidentally get a stitch or something. We're keeping them like separate, so Griffin's with our son and I am with Ella. She's lying in her bed next to me right now, but I'm taking my 10 minutes of dedicated scroll time. This is kind of how I've been treating every other night. I will do my Omnilux mask and I'll try to only dedicate the 10 minutes that I'm like using my mask as my social media scrolling, doom scrolling time. And then once my mask goes off, I try not to get on social media anymore. Is it successful every time? No, but it's nice to at least like have some sort of system in place. And I just made some orange dreamsicle Nello to have once I'm done doing this. I also love that you don't have to charge this like every time you use it. I find self-care things that require being like plugged in or charged every time you use them, I'm so much less likely to actually use them consistently. Not the case with this. It's so funny you can't see his eyes. Oh, he didn't want me to stop. His eyes were closed and then I stopped and that's when he made that noise.
Probably.
You talking to the camera? Spice latte here at home today after having coffee all the last 2 days. It's always nice like coming back to your tried and true coffee that you make at home. I got a little bit ready this morning because one, I needed something to post today on Instagram and TikTok. So I wanted to do like a makeup video because I haven't done one in a while. Just for like quick everyday work from home makeup. I love the lip I have on right now. It's from Dibs and it's interesting because like I've never would have like gone out of my way to try this product, but they sent it to me in PR and I didn't realize it was plumping, but it's like a plumping balm. But this color is so pretty for fall. I think it's called Fig Delight and like that just sounds like fall to me too. I went that 45 this morning. Did not sleep well last night. It's just like not in the cards for me to sleep well this week, but it's okay. We're powering through with caffeine, that's for sure. Bella's doing great. She's definitely like a lot more herself and I can just like tell she's like not wanting to have the cone on and like want to play with her toy and like stuff like that. So that's like really great. It's a rainy morning though and I'm about to log on to work. I thankfully don't have any meetings until this afternoon. I have a lot of meetings this afternoon. I think I have 3 or 4, but everything's internal today though, which is nice. It's funny because like I got ready today, but it's all internal meetings and you would think I would get ready on a day that I'm like meeting with a creator, but no. It's the first day I haven't had a call with a creator since like probably a week and a half ago maybe. I feel like last Monday was probably the last time I didn't have a call with a creator scheduled. So it's kind of nice to be able to focus on just like internal stuff today. I think I'm hopefully getting another creator signed today. I have a quick meeting this morning because something we do at my agency is like when someone's out of office, they like kind of assign their creators, like one creator to like another manager in their group. So I am like taking over for a creator from another manager in my pod right now. And I'm like getting a bunch of emails for her. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with a lot of this stuff because it's like contract related and I haven't done that yet. I'm just not there yet with my position. So I'm meeting with our director this morning to like kind of just go over what I need to do with that stuff. And then that's my only meeting this morning. And something my agency also encourages us to do and like wants us and kind of requires us to do really is to like have 15-minute chats with every other creator manager. We have over 25 and that's just so you can like get to know everyone since it is a remote company. And I really like that they do this because it just allows you to get FaceTime and at least like meet everybody once. And it's really nice because you can just like ask, you know, like what's one piece of advice you have or like what's one thing, like little hack that saves you and just connect with them. And it's been really helpful to just see how different people organize like their workflows, how people like time block, how people organize their email, their calendars. All that stuff has been super helpful. And I got my email organized, which I love. And I'm really wanting to dive into time blocking. I probably won't really like have much of a way to do it yet, but I really want to be like on Fridays, I'm going to draft all my cold outreach to send out on Mondays. I'll do all my strategy calls on Thursdays, like that kind of thing. And like just have it blocked so that I can like get in a really good workflow and I'm not bouncing around from task to task all the time. That's something I'm like currently kind of working on and exploring. And I love that I like can take the time to do this because I would have never been able to like take the time to time block my tasks working in public accounting because it just doesn't work that way. It can work that way, I feel like, when you get higher up, but like when you're senior level and staff level, I just don't really feel like it works. It's raining out this morning though and just gloomy, and I really need to immerse myself and give myself the time to just like really indulge in listening to Red and Evermore and Folklore because with Life of a Showgirl coming out on October 3rd, that's gonna like run my fall, I'm sure. And I'm still gonna listen to the other albums too and stuff, but I know that I'm gonna be so excited about that. So I'm like, okay, I need to like really dive into those albums now before the new album comes out so I can give them their moment this fall for sure. So I'm gonna listen to that while we work. I don't think I ever told you guys that I didn't really get much reading done last night. I ended up falling in a rabbit hole of looking at creators on my phone, and then Griffin and I were talking for a bit too and just hanging out with Oscar and Ella, as y'all saw. But Griffin made our dinner tonight while I was working on some editing and just filming for stuff. Sorry, my eyes are bothering me so bad. Sometimes my allergies bother me so bad with Oscar and sometimes they don't. I had to take out my contacts because I was just like destroying my eyeballs. So that's why I'm in my glasses now. But we watched The Summer I Turned Pretty 6:30 and I'm just like, can't believe like the chokehold that this show has on me. I like want it to be over so bad because I just like want to see the ending. I'm so sick of the cliffhangers every single episode and having to wait a week. We're normally like notoriously behind on shows and like get so behind and we have to play catch up and watch like multiple episodes, but we're actually like all caught up. We missed like 3 episodes, I think episode 2, 3, 4, and then we got caught up the week episode 4 came out, and we've been caught up since. So I'm just like ready to see the ending. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to like spoil anything, but my opinion that doesn't spoil anything is that everyone is stupid in the show and sucks. But anyways, my phone is about to die and I'm just gonna let it die and hopefully read for the next 30 minutes or so. I might like take a break to go like take off my makeup and get ready for bed and then come back to reading for a bit just because I haven't decided if I'm gonna go to 45 tomorrow or not. I might just do a Pilates by Izzy class tomorrow morning here at home. We have a really busy weekend and it's Labor Day weekend, and originally I was like, wow, we have no plans. I'm so excited because we've just been like so busy with plans and stuff literally since July, I feel like, which has been great. It's been really great to see all our friends and stuff, but I think we're hosting for college football on Saturday for like family, which will be fine. And then Saturday we're driving pretty far to go like see friends who are about to have a baby, which is really exciting. And then Sunday night we're doing the same thing but driving somewhere else, which it's all great stuff. I want to be there for our friends, able to spend time with them and stuff before they're like in total like newborn mode. So once I realized I had all these plans and I'm also like trying to film my fall reset this weekend, I was like, okay, I've got to get ahead on editing my video because I won't have time for it on Monday if I'm going to be filming the fall reset stuff and also trying to reset for the work week. And then we have plans all day Saturday, Sunday night, Friday night I'm going to be exhausted. So I'm just like, I've got to get ahead. But I love you guys. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a vlog, and follow me on my social media link down below, and I will see you all in my next video.